Right all. Alright guys, it's better. Just be quick driving vlog here, if I can manage to keep that camera where it is. But yeah, yesterday was one of those kind of days. It was first day back at work, so it was never going to be a great day anyway, as who wants to go back to work really? Maybe me. But yeah, it was first day back, so it was always going to be a nightmare. Bit of a nightmare job, not a big job, just awkward and hard. Them kind of jobs. But no, you just know it's going to be hard. No matter what way you go about it, it's hard work. It's awkward and it's hard work. So one of them days. Didn't have much fuel in the van. Never let the van get too low. Never let it actually beep. So I'm always trying to avoid the dirty fuel. So I hadn't actually went in the raid yet. Basically this van's made up of 4 major bars, and the way I work it is once it gets to the last 4th bar, you've still got a couple of them wee ticks before it beeps. You can hear it beeping now, but it's some wee sensor on the side door. It's always done that. It's pretty bad fault on these Vauxhall vans. But yeah, so never let it get low. I would say the whole time I've had this van, 4 years, it's probably beeped maybe 5 times. Maybe 4 definitely, maybe 5. But anyway, last year, about 6 months ago, the injectors went on the van. And it was a nightmare. Actually, there was a warning light, and then eventually I couldn't get it booked in. Mechanics are busier than plasters, so couldn't get it booked in. So sort of drew away on it for 2 more days, and then I went to the limp mode and said stop. It's never a light you want on your van saying stop. Never. So anyway, when that light came on, I just dropped it to mechanics and took whatever tools out, the could, and hitched the lift back home from the middle of nowhere. Quite exciting. So back to yesterday, the nightmare day yesterday, and that's absolutely pelting down there. But anyway, that's another nightmare. So yesterday, got fuel. It cut out on me as it went. There were so many traffic lights that cut out on me. Thought I didn't let that clutch out. Sort of dipped and then just cut out. I was like, that's very strange. But get over it, started the thing again, drove on, got the fuel, heading to the job, about to turn into the job, bang, the lights came on, and kind of like lost power. But, oh no, not again, it's an ejector fault. So just thought this day is just ruined before it has even started. But anyway, just rolled it on into the job, did what I could on the job. Had to organise getting a mechanic, which was dead on. He's actually a real nice guy. Couldn't get a nicer fella really. This guy, he fixed it in the first time. But you know what's going through your head here? You're thinking, oh no, what's happening now? But anyway, I was just praying and hoping that it was something simple. And you see him driving it now, so you imagine it probably was. But basically, dropped it in, got the tools, had to get it out of the car, and then finished the wee job the next day. Again, not ideal. And then came back, and then he did phone me, and the actual problem was a fuel filter had went on it, and he said it was absolutely stinking. But in all honesty, hadn't been doing too much driving in November or December. We weren't very busy at all. We were expecting a big massive job to come on and kind of get let down there, so that didn't happen. And good mate of mine, he did throw us some wee jobs that he had surplus of, so 100% fella too. But you know, yesterday was just, or the day before was just, oh my god. But here we are now, driving the van. So he changed the filter and reset it or whatever. We set the lights off, and so far this is more or less the first drive back now. So far so good. fingers crossed that's it, as I don't want to be paying big money out every 6 months for a van. Nobody does. It's, you know, you pay big enough money for these things to begin with. It has actually got some age now. One of the youngest vans I ever bought, but it's actually it's aged. I think we all do. We all age, but you know, it's not going to get any younger. But you know, you just always hope that you pick the good one and it's going to do you well. It's a big gamble sometimes just buying a vehicle, but basically, guys, do you ever have a day like that where it's an absolute nightmare on top of a nightmare, and then you wake up and you're still in the nightmare? That was what that day was like, an absolute disaster. And then this day here, it's not over yet, but it's just going, everything's going to be a bit nicer, you know. Obviously a fuel filter was nothing major, which is great, so don't have to panic too much about that. But yeah, just let me know what's your day's been like, you know, first day back of the year, and you get that. It can always be worse, guys. That's why it should always be positive, you know. The worst thing ever happened to you is losing a bit of money. That's, you know, that's a good thing. But yeah, nobody wants to lose money either, but that's what it is. Just wondering how's your year started, guys. Hopefully better than mine. I'm sending you all that positivity that your year start real brilliant and off the flying start. Normally this is very early in January for us to actually be back. Normally it's very sluggish and very slow, but actually coming next week here we're going to be doing a big house, and the guy he's working his backside off now, getting it ready, and done a lot of work himself. Done a couple of wee things wrong. I'll show you them in the videos, but a nice fella. Big things wrong in the ceilings, like, but where he didn't stagger them. But you know, we'll get over it. Just put wider scrim on and make sure they're well screwed. I think he's going to go in, instead of him changing every ceiling now, he's going to go and put extra screws in, so it'll try and reduce any movement, because it's movement that causes cracks, guys. More so than just the unstaggered boards. That was a bit tight there. Slipping through country roads. But yeah, so hopefully I get to have a lot of videos on this house. Oh, where do you go? I'm gonna get a lot of videos hopefully on this house, and see how we get on. Might not be able to get too many videos of it. Might be more like a before and after. It's a big enough house, lovely big house. It's gonna look well when we finish with it, I can tell you that. But yeah, maybe, you know, I'm gonna have to be very busy in this job, so I might be too busy to make videos. I don't know. Hopefully not. But I promise you one or two from it, whether it's a before and an after video. So I might have to get that. But yeah, I'll try my best, maybe get some beating videos or something done. Again, that's gonna be tough to do, because you know, when you're beating, you need to get stuck in. I do struggle sometimes making videos, guys, and working at the same time. If the channel was bigger, I could maybe afford to, you know, commit a full day of just making videos, but it's hard to completely commit to that. Somebody near run over some pigeons on the road that didn't want to move. But it's hard to commit to making videos when you're trying to, you know, make a living as well. So yeah, one of them ones. Go ahead. But yeah, into the lovely wee town of Crumlin. You know, you're gonna see the wee clock maybe over my shoulder here soon. See what time it is, if it's ever right. 12:15. I don't know if that's right. I don't think that's right. I hope it's not right. Otherwise, picking the van up and doing a wee tiny patch job, which I'm going to upload for you, has cost me money. Can you see the clock? Oh, there's a house. No. Didn't see the clock on it, unlucky. But yeah, I don't think you've seen it anyway. I might have been too busy turning. Well, yeah, what else can I say, guys? What else do you want to hear? You know, want to hear any more of my nightmare days? Prefer not to really talk too much about having nightmare days, because I don't tend to have too many anyway. It's funny when somebody drives past you, but they're so focused on their driving, and you beep the horn and they still don't notice you. You know what I mean? And that's a family member. I've got 2 family members I think drive like that, where they're so focused that they can't even see around them. They're almost too focused. You maybe need to phone them up and tell them to start looking around, like, 'cause it's not like this van's hard to see. It's one of the biggest vans on the road, and it happens to have our name on it, like, you know. So they can't even recognise that when they're beeping. Oh, that's class. But yeah, never a dull moment, guys. Especially when you're heading home. But I'm not really going home. I'm gonna be carrying a load of block. That's why I'm raging about that rain there kicking in, because we don't want rain. Not when we're trying to build a house. No, I'm gonna get this house built and get it plastered, get a load of videos done. Yeah, we're coming on well actually on the house. I'll try and get some videos. The bricklayers told me that I can video away at him, he doesn't care, so I'll get some footage of him building the wall. Actually, you know, might be interested in that too, so you guys. I'm quite interested in it. And, you know, I've done a wee bit of building myself. Not as good as what he would do, like, not as fast. And maybe still be as tidy, like, I know how to tidy it up, but again, going as sort of high and stuff as he does would be the thing. Would be, you know, that's where the real skill comes, how much they can do, and then obviously just knowing the right things, you know, knowing the measurements, knowing where all the ties go, the DPCs. Have a fair clue myself, because I'm a plasterer, and it's, you know, I'm the type of guy which I recommend you all be a wee bit more like me that way, in the fact that when you are working, you try to learn everything. Try to learn what's the trade in front of you, what's the trade behind you, you know, why are they doing it like that? You know, even your own plastering, why are you doing it like that? Why does Mac do the ceilings first before the walls? You know, some questions to plasters like that is a real obvious question for a plasterer. He's going to know the answer to that, no problem. But you know, do you guys, if you're DIY watching this, you don't know. You don't know why. You know, lots of people don't know why you would do ceilings before you would do walls. Once you're told, you'll know exactly why. You know, to stop the walls getting dirty. But again, it's just is what it is. You're not gonna. It's just questions. You don't know the answer to everything until you ask. So that's why I always say, you know, if you don't know, ask. Again, there's a famous saying. You know, you'd rather look stupid for 5 minutes than what about being stupid forever, and that's definitely my motto. I don't know if I got that from my parents, particularly my dad. Might have got that from them. Very very hands-on on things. You know, not a family back then would have always had money to hire people in to fix things, and maybe had to fix things ourselves, save a bit of money, you know, for down the line. Obviously every household, even now I would say, just going past a bit of noise here, but even now I would say a lot of households are maybe trying to do a wee bit more DIY and save themselves some money. Now on the other hand, that sometimes you can cost yourself money. You can buy a load of tools and then still muck the job up, and then you need to get a professional, and then cost you more money to put right. So, you know, you just have to weigh up your options on when it comes to what your capabilities are and your skill level is to what it's going to cost you if it goes wrong. You know, everything can be a bit of a gamble that way. And there's some Irish waste, big lough Irish waste, and it's massive. I hope they're not dumping it in the lough. Don't know if you know, but the lough's been absolutely polluted, and I don't know what from. Has it been from runoff from people doing farming or sewerage? It's a big lough, and that lough stretches. It's the biggest lough in Ireland, like, and it stretches some distance, and it goes around a lot of counties. So I think there's a lot of people at fault, guys. I myself try not to be too dirty, too wasteful on everything I do, and too, you know, you sort of want to leave the place better than what it was when I got there, and be at people's houses, just life in general, and you know, trying to be a bit of a positive person, and have a positive attitude, and hopefully spread it on to other people, you know. But yeah, hopefully the government wakens up before it's too late, because there's got to be a point to something like that, you know, till the point of no return. And I would be afraid that we're getting ever so close to a point of no return on the lough. And once that happens, like, you're never going to get it back, you know. You're never really going to, I don't know, maybe you can, maybe if you get real positive people in and real hard working people, they'll know the things to do to clean the water and to keep it clean. And still hoping this van drives me all the way home. That's why I'm recording. If something goes wrong, I want you all to help me, come find me and help me. But yeah, it's a lovely lough, guys. It's like, I'm looking at it now, and it's beautiful. I'll try and show you a wee clip here if we can pull over safely somewhere. Like, it's one of the best parts of this country, probably. But like, you know, I'll get a better angle here of it, so I will get a better angle. I'll get somebody's house there. I want to get that in the way. Come around a wee bit more of a road and get a better shot of it. But basically, yeah, the biggest natural resource we have, and they're destroying it. Oh, what is that about? Like, you know, I just don't know. Like, I don't know if you know the whole thing that's going on here. Like, obviously the government's not. I'm a plaster. I don't know much about it. Like, but to me, it's a bit of an obvious, simple thing to be trying to, you know, to me rivers and lakes and ponds and all these things should be treasured, and it should be treated like a national treasure, and it should be owned by everybody, and everybody should be responsible for them, especially the people living around them and stuff, close by them.